The Mariners win the game and win the series thanks to a clutch go ahead home run by Cal Raleigh. Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show where we love Seattle Pro Sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and today we are talking about another Mariners win. They win the game, which means they win the series, which means we have now won 6 series in a row for your Seattle Mariners. Feels good to be winning. Series after series like this. Feels good to be on top. We are now sitting still in first place in our division with a record of 19-15. So we're just half a game ahead of the Texas Rangers, but it feels good to be on top and be in first place right now. And, again, continuing to bury the Houston Astros a little bit further down. Again, hopefully just making it that hole that they have dug themselves in so far, hopefully just making that harder and harder for them to climb out of by the end of the season. So that was good for that. And then let's pull up the numbers just real quickly and talk about those a little bit. Bryce Miller was on the mound today. I mean, he looked mostly good until we got into the 6th inning and 7th inning. They just they had seen his arm enough by then, and they had gotten it figured out. And that ballpark is an easy one to hit home runs out of, and that's exactly what they did to Bryce Miller. Gave up 2 home runs, two-run home runs, and so we were potentially watching this win slip away from us because at that point we had already had the lead. With 3 runs, but we give it up, and I was nervous. I thought, oh man, this is going to be another typical Mariners game where we have a lead, but as soon as we give it up, they're just not going to put enough offensively to get the lead. It's kind of feeling like that, like, oh, whenever we get these opportunities, we're not taking advantage of them, and we're not scoring. So, man, we just lost the lead. I feel like we're gonna lose. That's how I was feeling in the moment, but that is not what happened. We had a great day from Rojas again. 3 for 4 and a walk. So he's doing great in that position. Julio Rodriguez was 0 for 4 today. My goodness. I mean, we are talking about, we are like, we're a month into the season, and Julio still only has 1 home run as well. Like, what's going on with Julio? Polanco was 1 for 5 today. Cal Raleigh 1 for 5 with that home run, the go-ahead home run. So that's all that really mattered. He came up big when he needed to, right? Yeah. I mean, again, just Rojas was just. I mean, he's killing it at the leadoff spot. I mean, do we keep him there, or does when Jake Peak gets back? I mean, we try to fit him somewhere in the lineup where he might get used more often, or do we just put him at the end of the lineup again? I mean, that's not bad combination, right? When you get into some of these middle innings, and maybe at one point you're having Rojas come up, then JP, then Julio. That could be that's one way to look at it, is having those batters bunched together, and never really feeling like you have like the whole back half of your lineup, you know, you know, be horrible. It's nice to have somebody like Rojas, if you put him somewhere else in the lineup eventually, that like, oh, there's a good chance we're getting a hit here, instead of like, oh, well, this is the bottom half of our lineup, so we're probably not getting a hit. I'd like to have more, Rojas type players on the team the way he's hitting right now, and have it throughout the lineup. But yeah, there was that. I mean, just overall, you know, a great game, ended up being a great game to watch. And if you missed that Cal Rowley homer and the go ahead home run in the ninth inning, go make sure you go watch that and find that, because it was awesome. Uh, yeah. Let me know how you felt about this one, though. Were you like me? Were you thinking, ooh, once we lost that lead, it was over? Were you, were you more confident? I want to know how you felt when you were watching this one. Okay. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave those comments. Podcast listeners, please hit follow, subscribe, and leave a 5-star rating and a written review, because it helps the show grow. And, until next time, thanks for listening to this Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with a sea of sound, you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.